The Houston Texans offseason is just going to be awesome. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans, but we've had this channel now, and we talk about teams that just get ignored by the national media. And we cover stories that maybe the national media would never touch, especially for the Houston Texans. They're all over the Cowboys. You're not going to find the Cowboys on this channel. It's all about teams that we really like and that we think are really good and just don't get the love. So Houston Texans, we've been talking about this, and let me know in the comments who you want free agent wise. Who's your number one target? And it's exciting, and you can go target big free agents because you have CJ Stroud's rookie deal. And what's beautiful about it is you have his rookie deal, and the salary cap really went up big time over the last couple days. So you've got space and you have a window. So what? Go overpay for a few guys. Who cares? There, you have money to spend. You can work the contracts in a certain way that, you know, you can have a couple years. They can look bigger than they actually are. There's a lot you can do. And so what if you overpay? You've got a window here. Overpay for a guard. Overpay for a running back. And so Saquon Barkley is one that I think a lot of Texans fans just really like, just because, man, they have to run the ball better. And it feels like if you run the ball with CJ Stroud, add a wide receiver, some weapons, golly, it just feels like this offense is really going to go next year, especially in his second year, CJ Stroud. So here's the update. Saquon Barkley, the noise around it has become deafening. The former number 2 overall pick has followed the main players on the Texans, CJ Stroud, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Singletary, all on social media. And he also liked tweets from Paul Wall pleading with the running back to come to Houston. Paul Wall, what's up? Grills, Nelly. That's right. Love it. I haven't heard that name in forever, since that song, really. I don't know, did Paul Wall do anything outside of Grills? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure he did, but that's all I know when I think of Paul Wall. Appreciate you, Paul Wall, for that song. Okay. Here's what's the best part about it. Saquon Barkley, it goes beyond him following guys on social media and hitting like. It's a case of him communicating with the top players, including CJ Stroud, about a desire to play here. It's mutual, but they are keeping their options open. So that is huge, right? So we know Saquon Barkley is going to have options. He's a running back, so he has to go get paid. And that's the thing about him, or running backs in general. If somebody else throws a bunch of money at him, he's got to go that way. It's the position he plays. This is his last contract. He's 28 or whatever, however old he is, but running backs, they just don't get paid. So if they have an opportunity to get paid, they're going to do that. But with that being said, if you're Saquon Barkley, you go to a team that is young quarterback, well-run franchise suddenly, right? And not that the Texans weren't this train wreck franchise, but now all of a sudden it's well-run, good GM, head coach, quarterback, weapons are being spent, being used. We're going to pay you well. And again, you can structure the contract where it's like, dude, we're going to pay you big time money for 2 years. We're going to say it's a 4-year deal worth whatever, but really it's a 2-year deal. And we're going to pay you, and here's guaranteed money, and just let's go. So I hope that he does, because that would be awesome. He'd look good in a Texans uniform, number one. That's most important. 2, he provides an opportunity for them to just have a running game, weapons, another weapon. So Wilson was quick to note that the team is opening to bring back incumbent starter Devin Singletary or exploring other options. This comes no surprise, as Barkley is expected to be one of the more expensive free agents at the running back position this offseason. So that's another thing, is there's a bunch of running backs that are going to be available. The running back from the LA Chargers, Josh Jacobs. There's a few other ones I'm missing. Like Derrick Henry. Like, there's going to be big names out there. But for whatever reason, Saquon Barkley feels like the less beat up of all those guys, and still has explosiveness. So he feels like the best running back. But running back's just a tough position. But I love this dude, man. I think he would be awesome in a Texans uniform. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on that. And we're also going to look at D'Amico Ryans talked at the combine, and it was really interesting, some of the things that he said. Here's 5 things that he said, big takeaways. Texans interested in bringing back key internal free agents. So he didn't go into it a ton, but there's a couple big names. Defensive end and then Dalton Schultz are 2 guys that just come on, right? Like, let's just lock them up. Again, the Texans, it's not an unlimited amount of money, but at the same time, they've got a ton of money to spend and a window to do it. So, like, let's go. AFC full of young QBs. AFC South, excuse me. Absolutely. AFC South, when Stroud got there, just turned that into like, what is this? Because Trevor Lawrence, love it. CJ Stroud, I mean, Anthony Richardson, and now Will Levis. So suddenly Will Levis is like the worst by a mile in this division. Anthony Richardson, didn't get a chance to see him, but I mean, he's got all the physical tools where it's like he's going to figure that out. So yeah, this division, young, exciting. I love that. Texans looking for separators at wide receiver. So he goes in to talk about clearly wide receiver is going to be something that they want to look at. And that's the beauty of the combine is it's loaded, or it's of the draft, it's loaded with wide receivers. Again, you add anything to CJ Stroud and he's going to make it better, make it good. So you can add a weapon at wide receiver, a new running back. You've got the money. This is going to be an awesome offseason, man. Bringing back Slowick and Johnson, all about continuity. You see this with the Lions. The Lions suddenly stable franchise, just like the Texans. The coordinators have decided, I'm just going to come back. It's continuity. It's easy. Everybody knows it. Another year for the players, because every year you've got changeover on your team, but the core stays. And that's what's so cool about this is the core is going to stay, and the coaches are there, head coach, general manager. It's like, man, this is really good. And all of a sudden the AFC South too, like we were just saying, is really good division. So let's be good on the major stuff. And that's what the Texans have. So it's really exciting to see. They really, again, they mirror the Lions in a lot of ways. The Lions mirror them just with the way that they do things and how it looks. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that, again, this is about the Houston Texans. We cover the Cleveland Browns on this channel. Just have a lot of fun. And got the Bobby Boucher jersey. That was on last night. Waterboy, just legendary. You know, he's just... because he's an aquatic engineer. What's his official title when he starts? And then, he gets made fun of. Then he just decides to just wreck people. What a great movie. Barry Sanders as well. Man, Barry Sanders down there, Oklahoma State. Like, what? I love watching his YouTube videos of him in college. He was more straight line, just speed. No one could touch him. In the pros, he had to juke and jive more, but in college it was just like, just give me the ball and I'll just run straight and score. It's crazy. So, oh man, Barry Sanders. Now still got the blank one here. Had a Dan Campbell jersey show up. Let's see that. And I don't hate it, but also just not sure. Just got to get it in there, really. So it just showed up. Dan Campbell back in his tight end days for the Lions. So put that in there. Can't wait to check it out. All right. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on